Hello everyone and welcome back to the Adultscraft server, and as you can see I've got myself pretty much geared back up after my, fun trip in the Nether. Don't forget to check that one out. I've put the VOD up on YouTube now, so that's fully on there as an episode that you can watch. It is a bit long, so what I did was I put some chapter markings in there so you can skip straight to the bit where I die, which is, all anybody wants to see. But in today's episode, what we're going to be looking at doing is, we're going to be looking at sorting all this area out, because, the base itself is looking brilliant. I've added a new build in there, which I'll talk about in a second. But, the base itself, in general, is looking really good. I'm getting very happy with it. But this area over here, not so much. Not so much. And this area's always been a bit of a mess. So, when I first came here, I set up a Nether Portal in this region with the intention of doing something, pretty cool. It never happened. It never came together. I got distracted. And the very first Nether Portal that I had in this area, if we just head over here, was down here. That's all. So that's down here. There we go, down here. Better get my sword ready, because there's often creepers just lurking. Let's see, anything? No. But, yeah, my original Nether Portal appeared here from the Nether, so I was a little bit confused by that. But I lent into it, I used it for a while, I set all this up. Oh, I've actually got some stuff. Ooh, pistons. Take that. Take that gravel as well. Okay, excellent. Result. But yeah, this was the first Nether Portal, and as you can see, it's right in the middle of a mine shaft. Like, it's insane that it dumped me here. And it's a little bit dangerous. It is a little bit dangerous. I've gone through and lit it up, but, every now and again you always get, like, a creeper drop from up there or something like that. The amount of times that I spawned into this area and just got absolutely nuked by something, like, it's not even funny. Like, you can see the ground where I've completely replaced it. Completely replaced it over and over again. So, yeah, not good. That's down. What am I doing? Oh no, I've removed the soul sand. Just swim up. There's the first fail of the episode, everybody. The first fail of the episode. How many more? But then after that, I put this portal in, and you can see the old portal set up down there. That's when I put this one in, and again, completely had intentions of making it look good. It never happened. It never happened. And then finally we come to the third Nether Portal that we had at the base, which I put in purely because, if I remember correctly, I was bringing some villagers through. And I just could not even entertain the prospect of moving them from up there. So I just kind of brought them through here. Now that I'm thinking back on it, it would have probably been a lot easier to just get them in a boat and boat down. They wouldn't have took any damage, but, I don't know stuff. Who expects me to know stuff? I don't know anything. And then on top of that, in this area, we had, like, the villager breeder set up originally, so this is where all the villagers were housed in the first place. I definitely didn't drop one into lava around here. Nope. That never happened. And then we had like a villager capture area up here, and literally what I was doing was I was just running around this area with like none of the torches were here. Just running around in this area, waiting for zombie villagers to spawn. And then I had like a stone brick building here where I'd lead them in and trap them and then cure them and convert them and everything like that. It was a good little setup, but it just looked atrocious. What do you want? Got no fish for you today. No fish for you. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to sort out this area behind us. So I think the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple of shulker boxes from the main build, and then we're going to take down this brick building behind me here. Get rid of that first. Give us a clean slate to work with. So let's just quickly do that. And there you go. So that's completely gone now. And yeah, it was a bit of a pain to get rid of, but it's gone. The beacon helped. The beacon definitely helped. Now, the next thing that I'm going to look at doing is I'm going to get rid of the portal up there, definitely. I need to get rid of this as well. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to remove that portal up top. I'm going to use this portal down here as the base. And I'm going to bring this kind of hillside flush with that portal. Maybe. See, I don't know which way to go with it. I don't know whether to kind of have this as a tunnel still like it is, but kind of have it going in a diagonal that way, with a bigger portal inside, a bit more decoration, and kind of have it so that you kind of emerge. I'll just show you now. Yeah, so kind of like this. So let me just fill that in. So kind of have it so that you come out of the portal, and then there's kind of like a tunnel that comes on a diagonal like this, and then you emerge out and you've got all of everything going on around you. I'm going to add some stuff. I'm going to clear all these trees out as well because they don't really fit what's going on. I think I'm going to have the acacia trees in this area, and then kind of as we get closer in to like the central part of the build, switch it to like the cherry blossoms. So I think from potentially from about here, switch out every acacia tree with like a little mini cherry blossom tree, like those ones there. Not that size, but more this kind of size, these little smaller ones. And basically all that I've done here is I've just replaced the acacia tree trunk with some dark oak, and then just kind of replaced as many of the leaves as possible, and then kind of brought a few coming down like that. So it is near enough the same dimensions as the acacia tree was. This one's a little bit more crazy, but same sort of thing. I've tried to stick with the excuse me. I've tried to stick with the acacia tree as much as possible, and then I've kind of added like these bits coming down. I've tried to mix up the block palette a bit as well. I could definitely get better at it and do some work with it, but the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. Replace all of these acacia trees over here, all of those ones up there, replace them with this kind of thing. Which means I'm finally going to get to use some of that wool that I stacked up. And then, yeah, just really quickly while we're walking past, we might as well just have a quick look at this. This is like the most recent addition to the base, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I need to finish off in here. I'm going to put some carpet, like some brown carpet, to make it look like a mat in the middle of the room, and then potentially I'm going to put something back here. But yeah, I built this using a guide from a Minecrafter on YouTube called Cortezarino. Cortezarino? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But what I'll do is I'll make sure that I put his link in the description below to the video specifically for this build. And just come out a little bit and give you a proper look at it. So yeah, as you can see, it is an absolutely beautiful build, and he's got loads of other tutorials for things like that. Now, I've taken a bit of liberty with it, I've tweaked it, I've changed some of the layout, I've changed a few of the materials as well. But the original build itself is just as stunning as this, so I definitely recommend that you go over there and check that out. Like I say, I'll flash it up on the screen now, but I'll leave a link to the video itself in the description below so you can, you know, find it nice and easy and have a go at building it yourself. Not an easy one, but it's a fun one. It's good. I like it. Okay, so back to this. I'm still not 100% on whether I'll have it coming out like a tunnel. The fact that it's going to be on a diagonal as well makes it a little bit more difficult, because one thing that I could potentially do is kind of make an artificial tunnel, but with it being on a diagonal, that kind of makes it a little bit more difficult, and I don't feel like it. I think we're going to go with the tunnel, you know. Keep this portal, make it a bit bigger, make it a bit prettier, and then kind of come out with like a tunnel this way. Flatten this top down a little bit, you know, to make it a little bit less. Because it just kind of juts up at the minute and sticks out, and there's loads of little spots like this here where it's just exposed stone, and it just doesn't look good. So, maybe get rid of these trees as well. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, first things first, let's sort out this top area and get rid of this nether portal. Okay, so that's the upper portal gone. We need to fill this area out with a bit more dirt, but I think the first thing that we're going to need to do is get the tunnel built. If I can get a template for the tunnel built, I know what I'm working with then, and I can kind of like build around it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's going to be the route. I kind of want it. Yeah, so I kind of want it. Let me just go up here and give you a bit of a... Right, so this is the spot where the tunnel is going to be, and I kind of want it to go out that way. It's not going to be a long tunnel or anything like that. It's just going to be kind of like a protrude. Wow, I failed to say that. I can't say it. Protrusion. 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 From the side of like this little hillside here. So, and it's just going to kind of jut out this way. And then we're going to have the path going. So I need to get rid of this path. I need to get rid of all this. That comes down here. I need to get rid of all this. This is all going to go. This needs fixing. But first things first, let's get this laid out. So if I was a betting man, I think this... Let's just do it this way. So about there, at the furthest. And if I come about here, maybe a little bit thinner. Maybe about there. And then just ski torch. Bring this in like this direction here. probably should have gone where I went the first time with it, but there we go. That's pretty much what we're going to be working with. This is all going to come further out and merge into the top of it. This is going to be sealed up completely. In fact, I think that's going to be the first thing that I do just really quickly. Yep, that's a bit better. It's definitely going to get more work over time. Try and make it look a little bit more natural. But yeah, that'll do for now. So then this is kind of going to go like up. Kind of like that sort of height. That feels about right. We can go there and there and there. Like that. And you just kind of bring it in like that. And then obviously it's going to merge into like the side of this. And this is going to come down more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of really quickly just get this blotted out a little bit. I kind of need to sleep as well because something could definitely creep up on me at any moment. There we go. So it's going to kind of run through like that. I already think that's starting to look really good. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Let's get it filled in. It kind of comes out like this. Right, let's get rid of the rest of this brick for a minute. Because we want it to be all dirt. Let's get rid of this as well. We don't want this soul sander just being a pain. Just going to make everything more difficult. And we've already got a better soul, well, not better, but bigger spot to farm some souls, to farm some, I forgot what it's even called now. Nether wart. There we go. That's what it's called. But yeah, we've got the spot for that, so that's not a problem. No idea what kind of design I'm going to do with it yet. Like, literally none whatsoever, but I will figure something out. I think for this episode, I'm mostly just going to do the... Oh, hello. Bit dark. I think for this episode, I'm mostly just going to do the terraforming side of it and get that as ready as I can. And then I'll probably do another episode in the next day or two where I actually put a design in this room. I think that's going to be the best way to do it, because I've not got all of the time in the world today. I definitely wanted to get at least the shell of this build done. Okay, and there we go. We're starting to get there now. We're starting to see the tunnel come together. So let's just knock out a few of these excess blocks that just do not need to be there. And then in a few little spots, make a little bit more space where we can. Like that. Oh, that's already looking amazing. Like, look at that view as you come out. Yes. 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 Pleased. But first things first, we're going to get this lit up a little bit more now. We can just drop a lantern there and drop a lantern there, and that's going to get that lit. I think I might change this to like a mix of gravel, podzol maybe. Podzol could be a shout, actually. Maybe podzol. Maybe podzol. Definitely, at the very least, it needs to be something like coarse dirt or something like that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am going to come back to this. I might do the portal now. Or at least not do the portal, but make the portal a bit bigger. Make sure it's all linked up still and everything like that. That'll only take 2 minutes. Because I've probably only got about 5 minutes left. So what we need to do is we just need to come along to about here. Might not have enough obby on me. I might have to quickly fly over to the base. Oh, one more. I'm one obsidian short. One obsidian short. And I think at the same time that I'm doing the interior, I'm also going to sort out this nether tunnel a bit, because it's a bit old, it's a bit boring. I can do a better job than this, it needs a bit more space to it. So yeah, I'm going to sort that out at the same time. So the next episode, that is definitely where we're going to be. There we go, a little bit more rubber. Say hello to Bacon Dave. Does this come out where I want it to? Yes, it does. Excellent. We just need to make sure it still does in a minute. But that is a different matter. Now, I don't know how much higher I'm actually going to go with the portal, but I'm not going to do it now. I will save going higher. I will save going higher with the portal for next time when I sort out the whole interior, but I just want to... There we go. And then if we pop this... Backfill this, because no. Oh, excellent. And we will put some sort of design to this as well at some point, you know, like the backdrop of the portal. Well, that didn't sound nice. Anyway, let's get this portal lit. Boom. There we go. We have an active portal now. And if we just jump through, just make sure it's still linked up. It should be. There shouldn't be any issues. Oh, would you look at that? Perfectly linked up still. So yeah. See what I mean? Something like that, like a little bit of magma behind it. I think that looks really good. But the interior, like I say, we're going to get rid of all this stone. Probably replace I'd say about 90% of it. Well, to be fair, replace all of the walls and floor with like dirt at first. So get rid of all the stone, all the granite, everything like that. Replace it all with dirt, and then from there I'll start kind of integrating little bits of wood, little bits of builds into the wall, maybe. Mostly decoration. There's not going to be anything functional here except for the Nether Portal itself. But you see what I'm going for, definitely. I want to try and get this looking as random and natural as I can, while also looking good. Like that can go there. That sort of thing. And then we'll take this lip off as well, because that's not needed anymore. I just kind of want this to be like a... Oh, hello. And this is what we're shooting for. So you come out of the portal, you've got whatever I end up getting going in here. Like I say, it's coming. That'll be the next episode. But then as you're coming through, you can already see the view that you've got now. It's lined up beautifully with that. I just need to get rid of you. There we go. Look at that. You can see the new little shrine that we've built there. I'm going to put some sort of like feature in the middle as well, like a water fountain or something like that. But perfectly framed, you've got the main pagoda. Boom. And then you're out. That's good. I'm happy with that. Now, as far as the look of this goes, it's just going to be like, just every time I walk past it, I'll notice something, I think. It's definitely going to be one of those things where I'm constantly finding little things that I can do to it. So it's like, this is obviously going to come a bit further out, just so that it's not as harsh of a gradient. It's going to change the look of the inside a bit as well, because as I bring this out, I can possibly hollow out the tunnel a little bit more, get a bit more space, a little bit more room to maneuver in there. And yeah, I'm going to gradually smooth this out as well, so that it's not just kind of like a dirt cliff face, basically, because this was like a stairway and a path and everything that I had going up. So yeah, I'm going to neaten all of that out a lot. It's already difficult to even tell where the portal was. I think it was there. Yeah, the portal was there. But yeah, it's difficult to tell already. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's have a look from above. Oh yeah, that's loads better. Loads better. Once I've smoothed this out, this area, so it's literally this space here that I need to fill. There we go, that's a lot. Let's just land on this trait. Yes, excellent. So there you go. That's a little bit better there. I've just thrown a bit more dirt down, but I'm definitely going to need to fill all of this area in here as well. And then, yeah, and keep on working with this as time goes on. Like, I can clear this out, because I know what I've just done above is going to make that look alright now, if you know what I mean. Because I've just filled that out a little bit more up there, I can get away with that, and it looks okay. That sort of thing. There we go. And yeah, some of these bits of grass are disappearing, so that's excellent news as well. That'll all be gone soon. Brilliant. So, you know, we've got a fair bit done there today. I've finally started working on this front area of my base. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's looking a lot better. Eventually, it is going to catch up to that area of my base and, you know, hopefully look as good. I'm going to chop all these trees down. Possibly going to get rid of this water as well. I'm not too sure whether or not I keep it. Jungle Temple as well. Not too sure whether or not to keep it. Probably will keep that, to be honest with you, but at least some of this water, because I've already got rid of a fair bit of it in this area, and I definitely need to build something in this area as well. Like I say, possibly like a water fountain or something like that about here. Something like this, you know, pretty much right in the middle of this. Or I could always try and build something similar to this here as well. But I was already thinking of putting something similar to this here, because there's just a massive amount of dead space here with nothing going on in it. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be this area that gets the next chunk of attention from me. Once I've finished that portal, I think it is going to be around here, because we need to put something here. Definitely need to put something here, just so that we can keep that aesthetic of kind of it being one passageway straight through. And at the end of that passageway, eventually... Oh, no, can't take off. There we go. Is going to be this build up here, which is going to be like the Wu-Tai scene, which I'm going to try and recreate. So yeah, this is going to be the final spot. And I mean, if you look now, it lines up perfect. I was trying to catch more villagers. It's an addiction. I'm sorry. Oh, hello. Something's angry. But yeah, I think that's going to look brilliant once it's done. You know, once everything's finished off, it's going to create this like natural thoroughfare all the way through to this final section of the build. And that's what we're going for. Parrots, I love this place. Zombie villagers! No! Why have they spawned over here? Oh, what do I do? 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 Right, let's wrangle some zombie villagers. You die. You die. You die. And you die. Oh, missed him. Yes! Let's catch some more Daves. Excellent. What blocks have I got on me? Stone, I suppose that'll do. Put a little bit of distance between the two of us first. Oh, I've managed to shake that one. I don't want that. I don't want them to despawn or anything. In fact, you have a... Oh, no, you're not going to pick that up. Okie dokie then, sir. I'll wait until I've got you in a little box before I try and throw you anything. Right. Okay, so there is the first one ready to go. So if we just lead him away for a second. Oh, bloody hell. Really wasn't expecting two of these boys to pop up, right? And we run this way. I might be able to get both of them in this one, you know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. Both in, both in, both in. Oh, yes! That is how you catch some Daves, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Dave. Right, you hold that. Are you picking things up? You're not picking things up, are you? Luckily for you, I have some Dave tags. Like, you know it's bad when it reaches the point where you're actually carrying around Dave tags. That's what we call them, Dave tags. They're not name tags, Dave tags. But I'm actually carrying them around with me, so that's pretty ludicrous. There's a Dave, there's a Dave. Let's box these two in completely, just in case the sunlight tries to have them off. And I will add them to the ever-growing villager trading setup that I've got. I have been thinking what I'm going to do with this pagoda at some point, because I'm not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it, definitely. But I think this could be the solution. And I think each floor is going to get a collection of Daves. I think that could be the way to go about it. So like up on this floor, we'll have like a wall of Daves here. And then the next floor down, we'll have another wall of Daves. Next floor down, another wall of Daves. And I can just kind of casually, you know, make it happen as I'm going about my business on the server. I think that lighting bug, excellent. I think that's possibly going to be the best route to go with it, because like they just spawned right out here, and I might wait until I build something if I'm going to keep on getting like zombie villagers spawning here. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode, so thank you very much for watching. Like I say, in the next episode, we'll get a bit more work done on that kind of nether portal area. We'll get the internal area done, we'll get the portal looking nice, possibly do a little bit more terraforming, and then we'll also get the nether tunnel sorted out a little bit as well, because, like I say, it's a bit rubbish. Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. Oh, look at that little XP orb following me. Come on, come on, come on. Well, like I said, that's going to be the end of this one, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Cortez Areno's video regarding this build as well, because, like I say, it was a really helpful video, and the build is brilliant. I think it's top. Big fan, big fan. But more importantly than anything, have a great day.